Yo, what's going on everybody? TK Gaming, and I'm back here with a brand new NBA 2K16 rebuilding video. And in today's video, I'm going to be rebuilding the 2012-2013 New Orleans Pelicans. So take a look at this team. They always got Anthony Davis, 91 overall, just a pure superstar. At the age of 22, he's going to be crazy in the NBA for years to come. Then they had Aminu, Ryan Anderson, Robin Lopez, Eric Gordon was still on this team. Austin Rivers, who they did pick up. Let's see what pick they got him. They got him the first round, 10th pick. And they thought they had something special in them. Really didn't turn out in their favor. Lance Thomas, Quincy Poindexter, and then I just kept a couple players. But they also had Brian Roberts and Grievous Vasquez on this team. So, an okay team, but definitely needs some work. Other than Anthony Davis is the player that we're going to be rebuilding our team around for sure. So, we're going to go to player contracts right here. Eric Gordon is on an expiring deal, $15 million for his expiring deal. So, I'm probably going to trade him because I don't want to bring him back, as well as Robin Lopez, my bad. Robin Lopez and Eric Gordon, I definitely want to get out of here. Let's see what we can get for him, because they're probably going to walk anyways once they hit the free agent market. So, if we can get something good, some young talent, I'll definitely take it. That's not a bad deal. Greg Monroe and Chris Middleton. We're going to have a first-round pick, but if it's something for young talent, I'm definitely interested in doing it. I think this is a really good trade. Anyways, we're just going to go and get the Washington Wizards first-round pick, so it's not that big of a deal. So let's take a look at our coaching right now. Austin Rivers, I'm trying to progress him into our pure point guard for the future. So hopefully he does progress, as he is going to get that starting role. I think this team is good for a rebuilding stature right now. This is where I want it to be. I don't want to be too good because I still want to get a good pick. But let's go over here and get the Washington Wizards first round pick. These are literally the only trades I really want to make right now, and then make all of our moves next season in the off season. So 2017 first round pick and James Ennis, I'll definitely take that deal. So going to the coaching game plan right here, it's going to be Austin Rivers, Chris Middleton, Aminu, Anthony Davis, and Greg Monroe. And it's going to go Davis, I guess we'll go Chris Middleton, and then Greg Monroe will be our third scorer on option. So I'll see you guys at the end of the season, where we hopefully can do some pretty good work. So Kevin Durant wins MVP, averaging 30 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists. Jahlil Okafor wins Rookie of the Year. Drew Holiday wins Sixth Man. Anthony Davis wins Dude's Player of the Year. I'm going to read out his stats when we're there. Mason Plumlee wins Most Improved, and Terry Stotts wins Coach of the Year. So going back to Anthony Davis, he averaged 21 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists. So crazy numbers for him, and I expected nothing less than him, because he's a pure superstar. And we did finish with a record of 34-48, which did not make the playoffs, especially in a hard Western Conference, which you got Golden State, you got OKC, San Antonio. You got a lot of good teams out there in the Western Conference, rather than the Eastern Conference, which got a lot of okay teams, but definitely the difficulty is much harder on the Western Conference. So looking at Anthony Davis stats yet again, 21 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, and then 2 blocks per game. That's definitely where we want to see his numbers. Greg Monroe, 14.5 and 10 rebounds. Just crazy numbers out of the big man. Chris Middleton, 14, Ryan Anderson, 12, and then Austin Rivers had a pretty good season for our team. The assists are a little bit down, 11 points and 5 assists. But we'll definitely take that. He definitely progressed this year. So we're going to celebrate the playoffs. I feel like our team is definitely going to be on the uprising if we can bring in a couple more players to really fill up the roster, fill up the coaching game plan. It looks like OKC is going to win a championship over the Chicago Bulls, and Russell Westbrook wins Finals MVP. So basically, we're going to go here, staff signing, and see what pick we get. And we do get the 6th pick, which is really not that bad. I'm not even going to go into the NBA draft, because I'm not trying to feel moving up in the draft. So we're going to go to rookie signings right here, see who we can get. Hopefully it's a good player. Hopefully someone falls into our lap and we take him with that 6th pick. And we get Jaylen Brown. Okay, so I definitely will take that. Luke Babbitt, 73 overall. Let's see what he averaged last year. 3 points, I should say. No. So we're not bringing him back. LeBron does decline. Okay. No qualifying deals. My free agents right. Okay, so this was the big part. We got basically our whole team here in free agency. So Ryan Anderson, let's take a look what he averaged. He asked 12 points, 5 rebounds, and about a block per game. So he's only asking for a little bit for 3 years, $7 million. I'll definitely accept that deal. Austin Rivers gonna test, man. Okay, so hopefully we can get him back. The other guy I like is Vasquez, just to bring him back coming off the bench. Lance Thomas can progress a little bit better, so bring him back. Hopefully we can get both those players back, and we have about 20 million in cap space. So no LeBron here. Let's take a look at our team, see what we really need to improve on. So basically, hopefully our players will come back, but we're gonna try to go after a point guard, maybe Rondo and Bradley Beal. I don't think I'm gonna go after him. Small forward is perfect, power forward, and maybe just a backup power forward in center, but we definitely need to go after a point guard since Austin Rivers might not be coming back to the team. So I'm looking straight at Rajon Rondo, man. Rajon Rondo has been decreasing as a player, looks like 81 overall, but hopefully he can come on to the team, and if he doesn't come, might as well go out and get Jeremy Lin. Next thing, we have to go out and get a backup center. I feel like Sullinger would do the deal, but he's asking for a pretty high amount. So we can get the same thing in a guy, who is it? Zaza Pachulia, who's asking for a lot cheaper contract. I might as well bring him in. I'll go back to the power forwards. I think Ryan Anderson will accept our deal, so I don't think I'm going to go after anyone. He usually does accept. And, okay, so we still got those players that are not accepting back on our team. So I'm going to pick up Rondo. And I think, can we pick up? No. So I'm going to pick up Zaza Pachulia. That leaves us with 5 million left on the table. And still no Ryan Anderson. I think he signed with a different team. Okay, let's go after Eric. Okay, so we can't even go after Eric Gordon. What if I take out that million? Will he still accept? I don't think he will. Yeah, he's going to decline that offer. So let's go after a shooting guard. How about like a Lance Stevenson? He's not asking for that much, and I'll take his contract. So not a really bad offseason at all. I think we really progressed as a team, made the team a lot younger, and definitely our future is bright. Our team's gonna have to go through Anthony Davis right now because we didn't pair any all-stars with them. We didn't go after a big name free agent like Andre Drummond or Sam Whiteside to pair next to him. It's still Anthony Davis, who's now at 94 overall. We got Chris Middleton 82 and Rondo, who's an 81. So I think our team overall is a decent team, still not a playoff team. Our starting five did get better. Aminu progressed. Middleton, it looks like Aminu is gonna get the starting role for season number 2. So what I think I'm going to go out and do, I think Jaylen Brown's going to progress, but let's see what we can get for him. Because his minutes are going to be held back. Let's see what we can get for him in 2 future first rounders. Because if we can get something good from my boy Jaylen Brown, I'll definitely take a deal on him. So, okay, Enes Kanter, Jeff Green, not giving up Greg. Okay, Kemba Walker, Brooke Lopez. Alright, nothing that's really, sparks interest. So let's take him out because we want to give him the starting nod. So what if we trade Aminu in those 2 first-round picks? What can we get for him? Because we definitely want to give Jaylen Brown the starting nod at that small forward position, and we don't want him to get any setbacks in his progression. So 2017 first and Kelly Olynyk, Nicholas Batum, and Frank Kaminsky. That's definitely a deal I'm worth taking. Rudy Gobert and Amari Stoudemire, 2 big men that can definitely help us off the bench. I think I'm going to take this deal. This is a really good trade. Al-Kafru Aminu, 2 first-round picks, and Quincy Pondexter going over to the Charlotte Hornets for Nicholas Batum and Frank the Tank Kaminsky. So I think this is a deal that we definitely needed. Yeah, I think that's a great deal. Jaylen Brown is still not going to get the nod at the starting position, but I think that was a really good trade. I think we have to go after a couple more big men because Udonis has them. Frank Kaminsky, he's still going to progress into a great player. I think that's the only trade I'm going to make for season number 2. So it's going to go Anthony Davis, Chris Middleton, Greg Monroe. So actually, let me switch that up and put Nicholas Batum there. Nicholas Batum is just a guy that brings in sparks, helps the team in many ways. So I'm assuming to the end of the season. I'll see you guys once I'm done. Okay, so at the end of the season, Russell Westbrook wins MVP. Ben Simmons of the Orlando Magic wins Rookie of the Year. Tyreek Evans of the New York Knicks wins 6-man. Anthony Davis for back-to-back seasons wins Defensive Player of the Year. Averages 21 points, 10.5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2.5 blocks. Just getting better by the season. Seth Curry wins Most Improved. Okay, averaging 13.5, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists. And Amika Aduka wins Coach of the Year. So going to the standings right here, we did make the playoffs this year with a 44-38 record. Anthony Davis, 21 points, 10.5 rebounds, and then the blocks are just outrageous, just so good. Our pure superstar Anthony Davis. Nicholas Batum, 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 4.5 assists. Greg Monroe, 14 points. Chris Middleton, 12, and Rondo did his thing, 10.7 assists. Jaylen Brown with 10. and definitely a pretty good season for basically our whole team. So in our first round matchup, we're going up against the Golden State Warriors. So I have faith in our guys. If we take an early 1-0 lead, they tied up 1-1. They go up 2-1. This one at home, we take it 2-2. They go up 3-2. Let me simulate this one with Simcast. We are playing at home, so that should play a factor. A really good first quarter. They come back, and it looks like we're going to get demolished in that Game 6 appearance in our front of our home crowd, man. And it looks like Golden State is going to be playing OKC. OKC goes to the championship, and they beat the Cleveland Cavaliers in Game 7. Okay, so Kevin Durant wins Finals MVP. So basically, I don't think we have any yet. So we trade our picks. So we go to my free agents right here, see what we got in the free agency market this year, and hopefully not too many of our guys are gonna be in free agency, because we want some cap space for sure. Greg Monroe expired, and he's been putting up 14 points, around 9.5 rebounds for the past 2 seasons. So we're gonna bring him back, of course, and Haslam, he's gonna test. Okay, so we're gonna go to free agency. Greg Monroe wants to come back, and we have $5 million to play with. Okay, and this is not the strongest free agency, so it really doesn't matter. Point guard, we could use a backup. That's really all I'm gonna go out and get, a backup point guard. Marcus Smart. Okay, if we can get Marcus Smart, that would be pretty good, and we can get the defensive player Marcus Smart on the team. That's definitely what we only needed, was to go on and get a point guard, and we get a great point guard, a young one too. Should be in its like mid-20s right now, but definitely a defensive-minded point guard. So we're gonna take a look at our team. This is definitely our run. We definitely have to make the playoffs and go deep in the playoffs this year. So Anthony Davis now at 95. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go out and try to. Okay, Jaylen Brown is progressing. I think I'm gonna go out and try to find a trade for Rondo. Rondo's just decreasing. We got him at an 81 overall. Now he's at a 78. See what we can get for him. Pau Gasol, we can get Avery Bradley and Amir Johnson. I think that's a deal I'm gonna take right away. Okay, Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance Jr., two young players. I'm going to get this Avery Bradley deal. Rajon Rondo, Lance Stevenson going to the Boston Celtics. Rondo making an appearance back in Boston for Avery Bradley and Amir Johnson. So that's a really good trade for our team. So let's go to the trade finder right here. We got to find one more trade. Let's get rid of Zazu Pachulia really doesn't need to be on the team anymore, as well as Frank Kaminsky. So let's see what we can get for both those guys. Bobby Portis, okay, that's a really interesting deal. Kelly Olynyk and Jeff Green, just two scorers that we can bring off the bench. Jordan Clarkson and Timothy Mozgov, not too interested in that. But I think I'm going to accept this deal. Kelly Olynyk and Jeff Green go into our team for Zaza Pachulia and then Frank the Tank. So not a bad trade right there. So this is what our lineup's going to look like. Marcus Smart, Chris Middleton, Nick Batum, Anthony Davis, and Greg Monroe. Avery Bradley, Jaylen Brown, Kelly Olynyk, Amir Johnson, then Jeff Green coming off the bench. We definitely have a very strong bench, especially in the Western Conference. And it's going to go Anthony Davis, Greg Monroe, and then Nicholas Batum. Actually, let me switch. Nah, that can go the same. Okay, so I'll see you guys at the end of season number 3. Curry wins MVP. Warren Withy wins Rookie of the Year. Tyreek Evans, 6th man. Rudy Gobert, Defensive Player of the Year. Jonas Valanciunas, Most Improved. And Adrian Griffin wins Coach of the Year. So going to the standings right here. We did not make the playoffs in our third season with a 40-42 record. And go to the player stats. Actually, let's check one thing out after I took a look at the player stats. Anthony Davis, 19 points, 11 rebounds. Nicholas Batum, 15. Greg Monroe with 14.5 and 10 rebounds. Chris Middleton with 11. Avery Bradley with 11. And then Jaylen Brown with 10. But let's take a look here. Since we had a 40-42 record, did not make the playoffs. Let's take a look here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We would have been tied and maybe would have made the cut in the Eastern Conference. So we could have made it. We didn't make the playoffs in the West, could have made it in the East, but obviously the West is known for having tough, difficult opponents, and it looks like the Orlando Magic have won a championship over the Utah Jazz, and Ben Simmons wins Finals MVP. So if you guys do want more NBA 2K16 and NBA 2K17 rebuilds, make sure to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next.